What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the Mayo Nickel channel. So this is the first video I'm recording in 2026, and let me tell you, it's already off to a bad start, not even 24 hours in. I originally wasn't going to talk about the situation, as I felt like I was going to be adding nothing new to the table, but something new ended up surfacing about the situation recently, and I do want to talk about it. There's a YouTuber named Nyvalk. He has about 44,000 subscribers, and it honestly sucks that I'm having to make this video on him because, one, not only did the year just start not even 24 hours ago, but over the last 2 weeks or so, he has completely lost it. Now, Nyvalk being hated on is not anything new. He has associated with people that have disrespected religion, only apologizing for bad things because of backlash and not out of genuine shame. But there are two specific incidents in particular that prompted me to make this video. On December 23rd, 2 days before Christmas, he uploaded a video attempting to slander Steak, a very prominent YouTuber with over 5 million subscribers, as a predator. But when you actually watch the video, it's just 3 minutes of Nyvalk claiming that Steak had worn a shirt that had the name of well, very inappropriate website, let's just say. I'm not going to say the name of it, I'll get invited into oblivion. Nyvalk had made the argument that Steak was promoting the site to minors in a direct manner. However, here's the problem. Nyvalk made several flaws in his argument. For one, he straight up admitted to using ChatGPT to ask this question. Two, he claims that this was completely intentional on Steak's behalf, even though it was just a shirt he wore that was obviously a joke. Now, in Nyvalk's defense, to some degree, Steak could have worn a completely different shirt and these allegations would not have transpired, but regardless of what Nyvalk says, it doesn't change the fact that he missed the fact that it was a joke. Now, I'm not saying that what Steak wore was completely okay to wear on stream filled with kids. That deserves to be criticized to some degree, but even still, how in the actual hell is this promoting this to kids? Especially if it was intended as a joke. That's like if someone witnessed a criminal commit arson, and instead of just the criminal getting detained, you get detained as well for simply witnessing it. Do you realize how stupid that sounds? There are plenty of videos that cover the situation in much more detail, so I won't delve much further into this part of the video. However, there is something else I wanted to discuss that definitely deserves a mention in this video. Around 13 hours ago, mere hours into the new year, he would post something extremely alarming on his community tab. He had said, "It's better to burn out than fade away." This is extremely important to know because it might sound familiar to some of you, and that's because you'd be right. This is something that the famed grunge musician Kurt Cobain used in the suicide letter right before he took his own life. And almost immediately, everyone knew what this implied. Nyvalk claimed that he was going to take his life. Now, I don't want to come off as insensitive when I say this. I'm not trying to downplay the severity of the situation. I'm almost certain that Nyvalk is completely fabricating this claim, and I'm leaning towards the fact that he is. The first piece of evidence to suggest this was the time elapsed between this post and his post wishing everyone a happy 2026. They're only about 7 hours apart from each other. You don't just suddenly go from wishing people a happy new year to claiming you're going to take your own life. That math sure as hell doesn't add up, not even close. The next piece of evidence to suggest that this is all an act, remember the misinformation he spread about Steak? Well, not only is this not the first time this has happened, but no sane human would say they're going to commit suicide right after getting tons of backlash. This just comes off as disingenuous, plain and simple. The third piece of evidence is that if he actually did go through with it, it would be all over the news. I found zero evidence to suggest that Nyvalk went through with it, and Google themselves said there was no confirmation that he actually went through with it. I could literally go on and on about the numerous flaws in Nyvalk's story, but I'm just going to end the video off with a serious message. Nyvalk, I'm going to say this to you in the most sincere and respectful way possible. What you're doing right now, all of it is a circus act. Absolutely everything. If you really felt tempted to take your own life, you would not do so on the grounds that you were getting tons of backlash. And if you're seriously and genuinely feeling this way, Nyvalk, get help. You having suicidal thoughts is no excuse to be begging for sympathy on the internet. And keep in mind, as a quick refresher, all this transpired because Nyvalk made false allegations, and also because of the fact that he understandably got tons of backlash from it, and rightfully so. This shit is absolutely pathetic and unacceptable, Nyvalk. You are so obviously mentally collapsing, and you need to call 988 as soon as you can. You are completely incapable of handling a platform, much less one at almost 50,000 subs. And with that said, several truths are very obvious here. Nyvalk has constantly proven that he has zero business covering the stuff he talks about. His mental state is completely shattered, and he cannot handle having a platform, especially one of his size. Nyvalk genuinely needs to remain anonymous for the remainder of his life, and possibly never touch that upload button ever again. And I hope this video sets an example. Stop believing everything you see on the internet, and most importantly, I strongly encourage and advise everyone watching this video to stop feeling bad for him. He has been given way too many chances to redeem himself, and his channel needs to be forced offline. It's as simple as that. I also strongly encourage everyone watching this video that are associated with Nyvalk to completely sever ties. He was given way too many opportunities to redeem himself, and he took all of those times he got the chance for granted. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.